Hello everyone, welcome to A Foreigner Farming in the Philippines. Well, back here in the seedling area. We got some kangkong growing in this one. My back is a little tweaked today, so I'm not going to go down in the fields and do any shovel work. I'm just going to plant some seeds, kind of overdue anyway, so it's up here giving all this stuff a little love. Someone in the, I don't know, I think the last live stream was talking to me about beefsteak tomatoes and growing big ones. Well, we ordered these seeds, I don't know, a month ago, and we've had them for a couple of weeks. They're a beefsteak. I can't read the Chinese writing, so I don't know what all that's talking about, but I know a beefsteak when I see one. So we've got about enough seeds here to plant a tray. I've got one prepped here, and we're going to get to planting. I've also got some onions here, red and white. I've got to plant these orange tomatoes as well. I want to get these onions planted. Now look, I just don't know. I'm trying to make up my mind. Maybe I'll do both. I want these onions to be, if I can even get them to grow, because that's marginal. We've had mixed results on those before. If I can get them to come up, I want to grow them pretty big in whatever container that I plant them in. And I'm just not, I don't know if these trays are deep enough for what I want to do, because I want to get them to like 5-6 inches before we transplant them, because we've done onions before in these trays, but we transplanted them like when they were this size, the size of these little tomatoes, like 3-inch, and we lost about half of them from the transplant. They just didn't like it. And even though we were as gentle with the roots as we could be with an onion, if you disturb the root, then you're done. So when they're small anyway. So I want to get them as large as I can before we transplant. So I've got these pots here. We've had these for a long time. I was saving these to use for the limoncito and the orange, but have never gotten any rooting compound. Can you fill all these about this full, Jen?
Yes.
Fill them about to here, the soil. So I'm gonna do these tomatoes while she's filling those up, and I'm gonna plant the onions in those, and wish and hope for the best. All right, well there they are, hoping for the best. There was, I don't know, maybe a 7,500 seeds in there. I didn't even read on it how many grams there were. I didn't see any numbers for a seed count, but I'm guessing about 75, maybe 100. So hoping for the best. I think we're growing the onions growing the tomatoes, the seeds that are available locally. They're just, they're a type of Roma that just by design don't get that large. And I think it's because there's so much blight problem here that the longer the plants are in the ground, the more chance you have for blight. And so they just like to grow the small tomatoes with a short harvest cycle. And these beefsteaks are pretty slow, and that's my guess as to why they're not that commonly grown here. I mean, I've never you know, we are in the provinces of Bohol, but I've never seen beefsteak tomatoes for sale here anywhere on Bohol, not even down in Tagbilaran. So hopefully we can get these up and keep the blight out of them, and have some nice big vine ripened tomatoes to eat. I mean, just looking at that rich red color is, man, I would love to just walk out and pick one like that with a salt shaker in my back pocket and just go to town. We'll see. All right, it became very apparent just as soon as I opened up that seed packet that there was no way that I was going to fit all those are the white onions there that are in these two trays and all these pots right here. It became very apparent that I didn't have enough pots. So I ended up planting them fairly thickly in these two trays here, and they're thick in these pots as well. I think it said there was 2,000 seeds in that packet, which is a lot. And as soon as I read that, I looked at these red onions, and I'm looking here. I don't see a number of seeds. What I'm assuming is a germination rate. I don't know. Marcel said that pack said it had 2,000 in it. I'm guessing from the feel that this one probably has pretty much the same. So I'm going to prepare another 2 trays full of our mixture here. And we are using the carbonized rice hulls now. It's all been mixed in. Carbonized rice hulls and soil with a little bit of sand in it. I think it's making a pretty good mix here. So I'm going to do a couple more of these trays and fill all the rest of these pots up to the correct level and go from there. Alright, as it often turns out, the onions that I was most interested in growing, the red ones, there was about half as many seeds in that pack in the red pack than there was in the white, of course. So I planted them a little less thick in about half of these pots. Nonetheless, I'm guessing there was 1,000 seeds in there. Well, if we can get half that many to come up and get transplanted, I will be an extremely happy camper. So got those tomatoes in, got those onions in. I'm going to put I've got some orange. These are another variety of tomato here. These orange guys, I don't know. There wasn't much in the description. Marcel and I were going through them, and I don't know, she liked the color. I'm guessing from the size of that stem versus the size of the tomato that these will be about the same size as what we've been growing. But it's a different variety, so they're going to get planted. I'm going to put in a tray of those as well. I'll probably just set them up here somewhere. All these tomatoes here are the old variety that we have been growing, and we're going to get those finished getting those in pots here shortly. We've got all these here have been potted, and we're just waiting for them to get bigger before we transplant them. These sickly looking little pepper plants here, believe it or not, those are jalapenos. I had forgot that Marcel had ordered some before. I think we've got 9 of them, 9 little jalapeno pepper plants. Not many seeds came in the pack, and I didn't plant them. Marcel did, so I'm happy to have them nonetheless. So hopefully we can get some jalapeno started on it. I am going to try to save some of the seed because they're so hard to come by. So I'm going to get that last little bit of tomatoes in a tray and call it good. My back is killing me. Thank you, everyone. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.